I just have a couple comments to make. I wasn't here to speak. I just came for a little moral support for some of my colleagues here. And, but I do want to say that I'm a freshman legislator. I represent District 20. Raised 2 kids in this, not in the Peoria District, but in the Glendale District, and in public schools. It turned out to be fantastic young men. One serving military, one still in the interview. But when we had a lady stand up and talk about the, I don't know if you want to call it protests down at the Capitol, but when my office kind of overlooks the Capitol yard, and I heard some people down there, and I kind of looked at the signs. I went to the window, kind of looked at the signs, and I wanted to go down there and talk with them, and listen to them. And I did, and I remember Miss Connect seeing me down there, and she came over and shook my hand, and thank you, and several others. And what I wanted to just say is that we are willing to listen, and we are down at the Capitol doing tough work and thankless work a lot of times, but we're okay with that. When I was down there talking to some of the protesters and a lot of teachers, I began to ask the question: do you think that there's enough money in education, in the system? And I think it goes to Title I money, and do you think there's enough money there, but are your hands tied from getting to that money? And from what I could tell, most everybody that I talked to said, yeah, that's true. And asking a few more questions at the legislature, I had come to find out that when you take in all the federal money and the state money and all that, there's the school budget for the state, when you add in everything, is actually more money than our state budget. It's around $10 billion, with a B, billion dollars. But I think there's a lot of regulation, and I am a freshman, so I am, very uneducated in the education issue. But I am very willing to learn, and I think that what we've concluded during that protest and what I've learned is that there are just a lot of regulation in that, where we can't take money from, say, technology over here and put it into the classroom because of regulation. Not necessarily state regulation, but federal regulation. So we are for you. I fully support teachers, 100% support teachers. You guys have a fantastic job. Hearing some of the stories tonight about, the young ladies wanting to cut herself, that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I was also a single father for a while, and my life was my kids. So you do a fantastic job. Anything I can do to help you, I will. I care about teachers and how they teach, and what they do in the classroom. If I could write you a check, I would, and say, here, spend it the way you want to on your classroom. But I can't, so I'm here to listen, to learn, to work with you, and I think we all are here to do that. I know we are. And passing this budget, it was tough, most conservative budget the state's ever seen, but we have to make those tough choices. And from what you've heard from JLBC staff, funding to education was not hurt. So thank you.
Thank you, Representative Kern.
If I could, just a comment. Thank you. As you all know, we've been diligent in our efforts to continue to work with you and help educate you and inform you. That offer is still good. And I think what I've heard from all of you is a pledge that we won't be here next year, that there will be a plan put forth, because since 2009, we've been here year after year after year having the same conversation, but I've yet to see a plan. And it keeps us from being here next year. So I think I heard a pledge. We're going to have a plan that'll keep us from being here next year. And if we've accomplished nothing else this evening, I'm encouraged by that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everybody. We got a lot of people want to speak, and we do want to hear everybody. I know you do too, so thank you for that. Regardless of your impression about staying or